Any idea what this is? Give a guess.
It's like a clothesline.
A clothesline, yes. What is that? No takers. Leon lines. No takers. Right. Okay. You didn't get in the first book, you won't get in the second. The second book you were given at school was a table book. Adding, subtraction, multiplication, divisional tables. And then right at the back of it was volumes, capacities, quantities, measure.
Okay.
That's the chain. The last thing that's usually came, one chain, 100 lengths. There's 100 lengths in the chain. And 10 chains in a furlong and 8 furlongs in a mile. A chain is 22 yards long. So when you multiply by 10 multiplied by 8 gives you 1,760 yards. I have to ask you then the question, is that an Irish mile or an English mile?
English.
English mile. Chain is English.
There's one still used, Tom. Chainage is still used for you go measuring a road or measuring changes. Terms used. Don't use those in the chain.
Right. Yeah, because it's amazing. I was going to come to that in a minute because it's unreal what was in this little book and people didn't spot it. Unreal what's in it. 1,760 yards is an English mile. An Irish mile is longer or shorter?
Longer.
Longer.
2,240
square years in an Irish mile. Because we took our measure, I understand, from lines of longitude. Lines of longitude, that's where it came. There was a seaman here one day and he was trying to explain to me, I wasn't smart enough to be able to pick it up from him, but he said it comes from lines of longitude, that measure. And the other thing about it was to show where the bitumen stepped in between the Irish and the English. An Irish acre and an English acre. An English acre is 50 square yards less than 70 by 70. 4,840 square yards in an English acre. Right? 4,840 square yards in an English acre. People will say 70 by 70, but 70 by 70 would be 4,890. So it's 50 square yards less than that. An Irish acre is 7,840 square yards. 3,000 square yards more than an Irish acre. Right? And that's where the bitumen stepped in, because when the English bought out the land, they bought it out in Irish acres. And they relet it back to us the statute measure during that. And that's where the bitumen stepped on and was there on the table. Right? Unbelievable stuff. Now, it is amazing really about the chain. Right up to the middle 1940s, it was illegal for you to have a drink in a public house on a Sunday, unless you were bona fides traveller.
3 miles.
3 miles.
Yeah.
And if the law raided the pub and found you on and thought that you weren't the 3 miles, they would use the chain to measure from the pub to your home. Can you give me a reason why they use the chain?
Because it was closer. Shorter.
One of the reasons, of course, was it's flexible. It can bend going on the bend, right, to give them the maximum sense of direction, right? But in a court of law, the chain was the only true recognised measure. The chain was the only true recognised measure. And there's a hit out of there a minute ago when he said how they're measuring in roads yet. They are now finding out. Then, of course, we introduced cloth tapes, 100 metres or whatever, 20 foot or whatever they were. And they're finding out now that as a result of being using those cloth tapes in the wet, we're able to stitch them. And they're finding out that houses are anything up to 2 and 3 feet out of situ. In the countryside, it might mean an awful lot of difference. But if you're within a town and you're out 2 or 3 foot, you could be in a dear problem with it. So it is amazing really that the chain was the most regimental, while we might laugh about it, it was the most regimental and the most economical as well.
What was a perch?
A perch?
Yeah.
Hold on a minute.
4 rows, 1 acre.
And in length, we used to measure the bogs in perches.
Actually, it's dozens. Somebody has square measure. There's 1 or 2 things here. 4 or 5 things.
We used to buy the bog in perches.
A perch.
4 rows is